What's going on, guys? This is another episode here at Nolan's Pod. Let's get right into it, recapping the NBA Finals, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Let's go. A lot happened and a lot that needs to be talked about. So let's get right into it. Last night, man, was a winnable game for the Indiana Pacers, I would say. Had Haliburton not re-injured his calf or his leg, I think that Indiana had a chance to steal that game. We're not going to take anything away from OKC. They played a good game and they deserved to win. But with that being said, I think that with the Haliburton injury, it was plenty of times that Indiana was making a comeback and they just couldn't finish the deal. And it kind of started to feel like game one in that third quarter. And Indiana, they just couldn't get over the hump. They couldn't get over the threshold. So when I see that my star player goes down or the most important player on my team goes down, as the other players, I'm going to rally around that star player. And I'm going to tell them, I'm going to be like, he doesn't have it. Or he's hurt. We know he's hurt. The other team knows he's hurt. Let's go. It's time for us, the rest of us as a team. Let's go. Let's go. We finna do this for him. It's time for us to step up. In that 2011 finals, remember, LeBron, mentally, he didn't know how to win. And LeBron shied away from the moment. And you know what? D-Wade, been there, done that. And that was LeBron's first finals. So I kind of feel like, not his first finals, but his second finals that year, 2011. LeBron shied away from the moment, and mentally LeBron just was not there. Like I don't know why LeBron got scared in the moment. And after that happened, in that 2011 finals, we never seen LeBron get scared in the moment, in that big of a moment again. He wasn't even scared in the moment when he played San Antonio as a young, 22-year-old. But my whole point is about that. Dwayne Wade, the Flash, the Hall of Famer, 3-time champion with the Miami Heat. He's seen that. That LeBron was flustered and he just wasn't there mentally, and that LeBron was not going to be able to carry them if they wanted to win the championship. D-Wade seen that, and he went off. And he had a hell of a series in 2011. Obviously, the Heat came up short. Obviously, the Heat were a favorite in that series, as they should have been. And they were upset. Had LeBron been there mentally, Miami would have had 3 championships, at least, out of the big 3 instead of 2. And D-Wade, being who D-Wade is, he rose to the occasion and he covered LeBron's you-know-what. And that's what I mean by that. When a star player or a key player, the most important player goes down on your team, it's up to the other guys to rally around him. And, okay, we got you. We finna take this home and we still finna win this game. Either with you or without you. We finna win this game. You hurt or you don't have it, it's all good. Just like when we bowling, when I'm bowling, and my dad might not have it, or the other two guys on our team, they might not have it. I'm like, okay, I got it. I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I got y'all. Or I might not have it. And it's been times I ain't had it, and dad be like, it's all good, bro. I got you. Or the other two guys, we got you. You step in when somebody doesn't have it, and you still find a way to get the job done. Obi Toppin had 12 points off the bench, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 from 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. That's not bad, but it's not what we've seen for Obi Toppin thus far when he's had good games. Benedict Mathurin, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 from 11 from the field, and 1 for 4 from 3. And on 7 points and 2 from 11 shooting for Benedict Mathurin. After you just had that bad fourth quarter in game 4, when your team had the chance to go up 3-1, Benedict Mathurin had that bad fourth quarter, and then you come back in game 5. Team needs you off the bench, and you go 2 for 11, 7 points. That's not stepping up from Haliburton. Benedict Mathurin is a 6-man. Benedict Mathurin is he's a starter. That's not going to get it done. We know how role players play at home versus the road. Benedict Mathurin didn't play well at home in game 4. Game 5, he didn't show up. That was the moment that I'm talking about right there. Benedict Mathurin, you have to step up. Not only did Benedict Mathurin should have stepped up, Andrew Nembhard had 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 from 8 from the field. He only took 8 shots and only had 7 points. Only 7 points, and Andrew Nembhard, he started, and he only had 7 points, and he only took 8 shot attempts. He was the person that brought them back in the fourth quarter of game 1 when they came back. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm telling you guys. You can't be Andrew Nembhard and only have 7 points on 8 field goal attempts and only make 3. And your sidekick, he's hurt. And this is what you get a team. Him and Benedict Mathurin had a chance to rise to the occasion. It's no disrespect to TJ McConnell. No disrespect at all. I love TJ McConnell. He's a pest. He's a guy who you like to, everybody on all of the other 28 teams would love to have on their team. And this is no disrespect to TJ McConnell. It ain't no way in the absolute hell that Benedict Mathurin and Andrew Nembhard had a worse game than TJ McConnell. There's no way in hell TJ McConnell had more points than Benedict Mathurin and Andrew Nembhard combined. Benedict Mathurin and Andrew Nembhard had 14 points combined. TJ McConnell had 18 points. There's no way in hell that should ever be happening. Especially in a game that's this big and your star player is hurt. So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Taking advantage of the opportunity when the guy is hurt. They didn't do that. That's when you were supposed to rise to the occasion. But you know what's going to bite the Indiana Pacers? Not being able to take advantage at home in game 4 and go up 3-1 in the series. That's what's going to hurt them. But Andrew Nembhard and Benedict Mathurin, that was your chance to rise to the occasion. And you didn't. Miles Turner, you're not out the woods either. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 for 3. Miles Turner only took 5 shots. He made 3, but he only took 5 shots. Miles Turner should at least have 14 shots. At least, especially after Haliburton goes down. These other guys should have stepped up. This was a winnable game, and they were on the OKC Thunder's tails of coming back. And here's another thing. I have raved about Rick Carlisle in this series. Nothing but love and respect for Rick Carlisle and what he's done throughout his career and what he's doing with this Indiana Pacers team. Rick Carlisle has not really made any mistakes in this series. But if I'm going to give Mark Daigneault gripe about not starting Hartenstein in game 1 and 2, Rick Carlisle, you got it coming your way too. There's no way in the world that you did not know. You knew actually that your player was hurt in Haliburton, and that TJ McConnell, who plays the same position, was the spark plug, and he had a better game than Haliburton, obviously because Haliburton was limited. It's no way in the world I am taking out the guy that has brought our team back in the game and then taking him out from an injured Haliburton who's not going to give us anything. It's no way. It's no way that I would have took that man out. So Rick Carlisle was in the wrong for taking out T.J. McConnell for a limited Tyrese Haliburton, who really could not move at all. And T.J. McConnell had 18 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 for 14 from the field, and 1 for 2 from the 3. That's the guy that rose to the occasion. The guy that you wouldn't expect to rise up to the occasion like that, when the star player gets injured, that's who, out of all people, that's who rose up to the occasion. T.J. McConnell rose up to the occasion. So did Pascal Siakam, who's always there anyway. Siakam had 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 for 15 from the field, 3 for 6 for 3 for Pascal Siakam. Haliburton didn't make a field goal. Obviously, we know he was limited. Only had 4 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Everybody else, except for Siakam and T.J. McConnell, did their thing. Everybody else from Indiana, the opportunity was y'all's to step in for y'all guy and get the job done and complete the comeback. And y'all had opportunities. And the guys that I mentioned, the Obi Toppins, the Benedict Mathurin, the Andrew Nembhardt, those 3 were the guys, and they couldn't get it done. They couldn't take advantage of a golden opportunity that they had, and that's what's disappointing. Obviously, that's to take nothing away from OKC. Aaron Wiggins off the bench had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 for 10 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. Cason Wallace off the bench, 11 points, 2 rebounds, 4 for 5 from 3, or 4 for 5 from the field for Cason Wallace, 3 for 4 from 3 for Cason Wallace. Lou Dort, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 for 7 from the field, 3 for 6 from downtown. Chet Holmgren, 9 points, 11 rebounds, 14 for 15 from the field, 1 from 3 from downtown for Chet. One thing about Chet, his offensive game has not been in this finals. I think that Chet has really just lost his legs. With just playing this whole, with the season being so long and the games they play, I really just think Chet has lost his legs. What Chet Holmgren has not lost is him being good defensively. He was really great defensively last night, and you have to give him credit. You have to give him credit for that. We've been calling on J-Dub and Chet Holmgren to be the second and third options and to help SGA. And I've told you guys that, they are inconsistent. One game, they have a good game. The next game, they completely disappear. Not J-Dub. Jalen Williams had 40 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 14 for 25 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. SGA, 31 points, 10 assists, 2 rebounds, 9 for 21 from the field. J-Dub said, not tonight. That was J-Dub's coming out moment in a key Game 5 of the NBA Finals on your home floor. That was a key moment in J-Dub's career where he went for 40. When OKC needed him the most, he rose to the occasion. And no, it was nothing wrong with SGA, not hurt, nothing like that. But SGA also needs help if OKC wants to win a championship. And last night, J-Dub gave that to them, guys. He gave that to them. 40 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 14 for 25 from the field, 3 for 5 for 3. And had he not missed 3 free throws, he would have had 43. That's what we're talking about, J-Dub. Hats off to you. You just got your team 1 win away from winning a championship. That's what we're talking about right there. Help SGA out. If y'all help SGA out, y'all are unbeatable because we know that y'all going to bring it defensively. Even though y'all have kind of struggled on that end in these finals, we know that y'all still going to have a game where y'all are going to bring it defensively. And J-Dub, he rose to the occasion, and he got anything he wanted. Mid-range, getting to the basket, his three-point shot. Man, J-Dub, on all 3 levels, three-pointer, mid-range, getting to the hoop, he got anything he wanted. And there was no stopping him and getting to the free throw line. So hats off to J-Dub. Another reason why Indiana lost this game was the assists. Indiana had 23 assists. OKC had 24 assists. We know that OKC is a team that's not going to give you a lot of assists per game, and they out-assisted Indiana by 24-23. Another reason why Indiana lost this game, and we had mentioned this all series long and before this series started, can Indiana take care of the basketball? And it came back and haunted them again. Indiana had 23 turnovers. OKC scored 32 points off Indiana's 23 turnovers. OKC only had 11 turnovers. Indiana scored 9 points off that. The turnover game. Remember when they came back game 1? They had 20 turnovers in the first half of game 1. In the second half, they came back and only had 25. That was only 5 more. They were fortunate and lucky to come back. In this game, where they tried to come back and they didn't, it was hard to do because of limited Haliburton. And obviously, you can put it on the turnovers too. When you're having 23 turnovers and you trying to make a comeback, it's not gonna happen. And that's another reason. Had they not turned the ball over so many times, the game would have been closer than what it was, and that comeback probably would have been complete. But those other guys not stepping up was the reason too. Fast break points. OKC has 17 fast break points to Indiana's 13. OKC's a team that's fast-paced, Indiana's a team that's fast-paced. They like to get out and run the floor. They like to get the ball up the court, get easy 2s and easy 3s. And their game is to run, and wear the team out. It's no way in the world that a team like OKC should have scored more fast break points than the Indiana Pacers. I know OKC was at home, but the Indiana Pacers still should win the fast break battle as much as they run the floor. But what that tells you is that it was a lot of made baskets by OKC, and Indiana wasn't really able to get out and run and score fast break points. They weren't able to force OKC to miss to get out and run. That's what that also tells you. So, in the fast break points, that's another reason why they lost the game. Another reason why they lost the game, OKC was 14-32 from 3. That's 43%. Indiana was 11 from 30 from three-point range. That's 36%. We know OKC's not going to take a lot of threes. They took 32 last night and they hit 14 of them. If OKC's going to do that, they're unbeatable. If Indiana's going to only go 11 from 30 for 3 and 36%, y'all are not going to win. Losing the three-point battle was a key. And then OKC's good defense, 15 steals to the Indiana's 9 blocks. OKC 12 to Indiana's 4 blocks. Losing those battles right there, the turnovers, the fast break points, the three-point shooting, and the steals and the blocks, and the turnovers. That's what lost Indiana this game. And those guys not being able to take full advantage of Haliburton's injury with Matherin, Obi Toppin, Andrew Nembhard, and not rising to the occasion. What I will not allow any of y'all to do is to sit up here and try to say that Tyrese Haliburton choked when he was clearly limited, and when he clearly re-aggravated that calf injury. A calf injury, for all you casuals who don't know nothing about basketball, y'all need to respectfully shut up because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't even know about basketball. A calf injury, and you try to make any move, the next step to that is tearing your Achilles. So Haliburton really couldn't move. So what he couldn't move laterally, nothing like that. He really could not move. He couldn't cut. He couldn't make hard cuts. He really couldn't even run. He was jogging. So for all you people that don't know anything about sports at all, when you're dealing with a calf injury or a leg injury, it's hard to try to be effective. All you say, he didn't make any field. How could he make a field goal? How could he do anything and he was limited? If it was a regular season game he wouldn't even have been playing after he hurt himself. So the next steps is torn Achilles. Didn't y'all not just see when Indiana played Milwaukee in the first round what happened to Damian Lillard? Even though Damian had the blood clots and everything in his leg, but I still felt like Milwaukee brought him back too early. Let Damian sit out the rest of the season. Don't bring him back. He's already coming off a blood clot in his leg, and there's no reason to bring him back. That's a calf injury. Next thing you know, he tears his Achilles because he's getting pushed to the limit. So for all you people that's saying that Haliburton choked and did all this, shut up, because you don't know what you're talking about at all. So sit this conversation out, please. Had he been, and that's to take nothing away from the Oklahoma City Thunder. They deserved that game, rightfully so. They played their tails off, and they got to win. That it takes nothing away from that, from them. But had Haliburton been healthy to try to complete that comeback that they tried to complete last night that they couldn't do, had Haliburton been healthy, Indiana had a chance to win that game with a healthy Haliburton. But to sit up there and say he choked when he's clearly injured and he's not trying to injure himself even worse, because we know what the injury history of a calf injury is, and the next step to that is being out all the next year because you tear your Achilles because you pushed too hard. So Haliburton has done enough in his playoffs. The first round, he took out Milwaukee. The second round, he took out Cleveland. Eastern Conference Finals, he took out the Knicks. And they may very well whatever the next 48 hours be and how healthy he can be, they could still take out OKC. This series is not over. Indiana's going home for one more game at home. You think they ain't going to be ready to come out and play in front of their home fans and try to force a game 7? This series is not over. But the next 48 hours, Haliburton's going to be on a round-the-clock treatment to make sure he's ready to go for game 6. But if you don't know what you're talking about, quit talking because you sound stupid. That's all I got. We out.